I'm on my way to a shower that was completed a couple months ago. They want to put a corner shelf in as a leg rest for shaving. So I'm going to show you guys in this video how I do that. I just cut some slots in the corner of the quartz piece, epoxy some stainless steel washers into place, silicone all around it, and it's good to go then. It's a very dependable, very stout way of doing it. Also, I've been listening to the brothers Karamazov, or how do they say that? Karamazov, the brothers Karamazov. I'm 8 or 9 hours into it. It's a very long book. On Audible, it's like 35 hours. Dostoevsky, if you have not read Dostoevsky, what are you even doing? Because the works of Dostoevsky are arguably the best fiction novels that have ever been written. In my opinion, they're up there with, who would I put on par with Dostoevsky? I would say Shakespeare, Herman Melville, Leo Tolstoy, Dostoevsky. Some of the philosophers, obviously. This guy in front of me is just blaring Frank Sinatra on his trike with his walker on the back. Check this guy. Look at that. Frank Sinatra on the trike with his walker on the back. That guy don't even care. He's literally, to me, that's the definition of living his best life. Got the walker on the tricycle or trike. I don't know what those motorcycles are called. I'll show you. You can't hear the music, but he's got Frank Sinatra playing with the walker on the back. I'm not hating either. When I get to be that man's age, I hope that I am loose enough and free enough and happy enough in life to throw my walker on the back of my motorcycle and just go cruising. It's a beautiful life, depending on how you look at it. It can be a beautiful life if you look at it that way. It seems to me that reality reflects back to us the things that we see in it. So if you see beauty in the world, it's an upward spiral. The world will continually reveal itself as a more and more beautiful place to you. The world is an ugly place to you. It's a compounding effect. It can spiral downward out of control and become a place that's more and more ugly to you. And this, to me, is a separate thing from suffering. Suffering seems to be universal to all of us. So for those who look at life through the lenses of beauty, they seem to be able to do that through their suffering. And for those who look at life through the lenses of whatever the opposite of beauty would be, ugly, that seems to be what the world reflects back to them. Okay, well, the plumber showed up there mid-process, so I didn't get to film everything like I wanted, but I think you guys saw how that goes. You basically just cut those slots, slide your washers in, epoxy them in place, slide the washers in, mark your wall, cut your slots on your wall, slide the shelf in, double check it with your torpedo level to make sure it's got the right pitch, let it fire off the epoxy. That was 15-minute epoxy that I used, but you could use 5 if you had everything really in order. After I set it and the epoxy fired, I then siliconed all around the perimeter as well, so it should be very strong and good to go. I've done it this way probably dozens of times now and not had an issue. I can't imagine there would be an issue unless someone really put all of their weight and maybe jumped on it, I'm not sure. I think the only thing that really could happen is that quartz could break. I have a hard time imagining that could happen, especially once I've filled it all with the epoxy. You fill the slots that you cut with epoxy and you pack it in with epoxy, so it's pretty darn stout once it's all cured and dried, and it looks good. I'll show you now the clip of what it looks like all said and done. And also here's the Aria vent that I put in as well, which is a nice simple upgrade to your vents. If you can't put them in when you're installing the floor, you can use the one that I just used and put it in after the fact, and it looks pretty good.